Hello, happy Sunday. What's going on? I need to move this just a little bit or I can't read comments. What am I doing? And happy daylight savings time. It's a special time of year when I don't know what time it is and I'm confused. Hello. Good morning, Tracy. Excuse me, you guys. I worked out this morning. I've been coughing like an old lady. It's been beautiful. Hello, happy Sunday. I'm getting close to being done with this. That's all I've got left. What is everybody up to? What are you guys doing? Happy Sunday. Dolores just got up. You go, girl. I'm jealous. I did kind of sleep late since the time changed for us, but not really. Andrew said, hi, everyone. I just started the ribbing on my second sock. Oh, exciting. You guys, I finished my socks, but I'm going to do a shorty with them. And then also the first pair of the Sock Madness socks, which I finished Friday, I think. No. Oh my gosh, I don't know. What day did I finish them? I'm very confused. Elizabeth said, are you going to traditional 2 or 3 ply or chain ply? Or I am going to traditional 2 ply. I split it in half. Just for that. Thank you, June. Oh, excuse me. She said, happy daylight savings time to you. Love that Fibre. Hi, all from California. Hello, Miss Beetle. Rita, hi. And Evie. Evie, are you on your lunch break? Yeah, Cindy. Laundry always waits. That's the beauty of laundry. It's always there for you. See, I'm making myself cough. Emily said it's raining in Seattle. I'm knitting a hat with some super chunky. We'll be fast. That's fun. We got snow overnight, but the sun's out a little kind of right now. So I'm just going to try and enjoy it. Tracy, I'm sorry. What do you mean? What is the FOMO? Just that you're missing the knit along because you're still with us, right? Laura, hi. She's a longtime viewer, first time live. Welcome. I spinning targi from my shop. And do you like it, Laura? There's only one left. Let me tell you why I ask. There's only one sugar plum left, and I was looking at it while I was putting new stuff on the wall yesterday or the day before, and I was like, do I need to keep that? So, just Beth said just finished mine last night. Did you finish? Do you mean the Sock Madness ones or the knit along ones, the intersections? Hello, Kai. Hello, Erica. Happy Sunday. Hi, Ann and Rox. How are you guys? Elizabeth said I'm at the gusset. Oh my gosh, wait. Is it the end of the gusset for sock 2? I'm doing them tandem, so once I get to the leg, you're going to be so fat. You're almost done. And you have to till Friday before we even think about it starting a new one. She said, I'll alternate socks every time I finish or repeat. Hello, Nyla and Stephanie. Hope you're having a wonderful day. I am. I did a stupid workout. Someone always asks, it's Turbo Fire. Anne said I got my 52 weeks book. I'm taking it for binding then. I'm going to start the knit along. Yay. Okay. Do you like them, Beth? I kind of like them, but I had them at my friend's house last week, Sunday, and she really liked them. I think I'm going to give them to her. Vivian, hello. Gosh, I haven't seen you in forever. actually off today so I could join. Crafty Owl said, don't forget to smash that like button. Yeah, if you guys don't mind, please do. Laura said, OMG, I love it. I'll buy it after the live. You love it? You don't have to buy it. That's not what I meant. It's just like I was looking at it thinking, because that one turned out not like I meant it to, but it's so unique. They're so darn much in the shop right now. I'm having a hard time not stealing stuff out of there for my own stash. Dolores said, I have Kivyet to spin, but I'm scared. Don't be scared. She said, I won't spin enough to make something. Oh, do you know what you want to make? That is hard. It is so pricey. It's hard to get enough even for, a bigger project. Hello, Evie. Evie's on her lunch break. Oh, so that you're back to work then, because I know you were sick for a little while. Tracy said, yes, the sock knit along. I know I couldn't keep up, so I would have had too much pressure. I think it's good if you would have put too much pressure on yourself that you just said, I'm not gonna, because I don't want anyone to have pressure that way, Craft design, happy Sunday. You will get there someday. Someday we'll be doing the second book. Hello, Sarah. Sarah said, debating if I should weave or cut out the pieces for my jacket. Oh, hard decisions. Okay, Beth said I do. Good. Terry said, morning, I do too. I hate the time changing. It messes me up for a week sitting and spinning alpaca. I get messed up too. Even in the fall, I guess it is, when you fall back, you feel like, oh, I get an extra hour. That's awesome. I still feel all messed up. Laura said, I was debating if I should more. If there's one left, I might have to grab it. Elizabeth said, don't say there's a lot in there. Okay. Oh, I'm sorry. I was not trying to do that to you, Elizabeth. Oh, 2 ounces. That is very hard to figure out what to make. It's hard. Vivian said, knitting a feather and fan shawl. Nice. From Handspun right now. Hello, Cindy. Did you get snow in Grand Rapids? Cindy, are you in the Woodland Weavers Guild? I'm asking because I almost came to the meeting and rejoined. I guess it was last Monday, right? And I'm sort of on the fence. Crafty Owl said the time change is the worst. I wish we could I don't understand why we still aren't. Does anyone like it or want it? Does it do anything good for people? I'm confused. Hello, Chris. Michaela said, welcome. Finally caught alive. Happy Sunday. Thanks for all the breed. So you're welcome. Breed studies. Those have been incredibly informative and led me to loving your channel. Thank you. I'm really glad that they were helpful for you. Anne said, do you have plans for the fiber you're spinning? No. Territorial Livestock said, Greg says hi, everyone. That's one of her sheep. I have not opened it yet, Michaela, because I have to film it, but I will be probably tomorrow. I'm excited. Stephanie said, I went to the Carolina Fibre Festival in Raleigh on Friday and found a brother baby drum carder for sale. Oh, that is cool, Stephanie. Hello, Jill. Evie said, I've learned to do the Norwegian stitch. It's the purl stitch with the thread in the back. What is everybody's thoughts on that? Do I use it for certain items or can I do it in all my stitching? If it's a Norwegian purl, you can use it for all your stitching. I like it, but I can't do it because my tension is different. Cindy said we got a dusting. Elizabeth said, I know you didn't mean to. It's just my way of helping. Oh, well, I do appreciate it. I mean, the space thing is an issue. Kai said, everyone's socks look so amazing on the Facebook group. Really makes me want to learn how to make them. Cindy said the time change is coming up for a vote. Oh, is it coming up for a vote in Michigan? Oh my goodness. Okay. Crystal said, Kai, you need kilt socks. You do. Dolores said, my hubby and me did the Rose City Yarn Crawl in Portland. Hello, Gemma. I haven't seen you in forever. Welcome. Emily said, had dinner with friends last night and their 8-year-old son was fascinated with spinning. He plied with me and was so proud. That's fun. He also helped me make a bat. Aw. I'm sorry. Michaela said, no rush. I love these lives. I do too. I used to be nervous, and now I'm like, yay. Vivian said, I came to visit my daughter in Spokane, wanted to go see Paradise Fibers in person, but they were closed because of a fire on their loading dock. What? Gonna give me a hot flash. Michaela said, woohoo, fellow Oregonian, the Rose City yarn crawl has been so fun. I got too much new yarn. Good morning, Jennifer. Crafty Owl said, you should try socks. I could barely knit, and I started on socks last summer, and now I knit them all the time. Well, that couldn't have been to me. Erica said, I live 1.5 hours from Paradise Fiber. Oh, exciting. Luckies. Jennifer said, working another granny square today. All right. There is this thing in Michigan. I saw it on Facebook. They're going to yarn bomb some bridge. I don't even know where the bridge is. Did you see this, Cindy? Good morning, Dee. I knew what you meant, Erica. Evie said, yes, my tension did change. See, that's why I haven't been able to do it. But you, might be able to get it on, so it's the same. Sue said, the owner of my local yarn store once had a house just for her yarn. Hi, everyone. Kai said, considering having my friends make some for you, that's a good idea, too. Elizabeth said, I like the Norwegian peel for pearl for ribbing, but struggle with it for a whole row of pearls because it doesn't change my tension. Jill said, I love the Norwegian stitch and get good tension. I'm a beginner knitter and an advanced crocheter. Maybe. I don't know what my reason is that it's different, but it's definitely different. Rock said, I'm having a snack and then it's time to apply a sweater's quantity. Wow. How much did you start with, Rox? Like, weight-wise. I'm sorry. It's the workout. Tracy said, too much yarn. What is that? It's no such thing. I agree. Vivian said their page said they are fine. I didn't know about it. Was it, just in the last few days? Crafty Owl said, sorry, that was for Kai. No problem. You should absolutely try socks, I believe, and you can do it. Cindy, is that no to the guild? Elizabeth said, does change. Oh, what did I lose? I missed something. Stupid autocorrect. Does change. Crystal said, Kai, there are 2 needle sock panties. Yes, out there if the round is a bit much to start with. I don't remember seeing you knit in the round, Kai. Hello, Lori. Gemma said, I'm looking forward to sheep shearing season. Do you have your eye on any favorite fleece? I think this is my year of sheep to shawl. I need to try and survive sheep shearing season without adding to the stash because it is out of control. Cindy said, I use Portuguese purling when I have a lot of purling to do. I have tried that too. I'm sorry, but the reason why I haven't done that, because I love Portuguese purling, is because Portuguese, then the knit stitch becomes more difficult. So I feel like I've tried everything. Rock said, I think I started 22 ounces. I bet you'll be fine. Terry said, Oregon voted to stop using the time change a few years ago, but we can't do it unless Washington and California. Really? Chris said, speaking of pearl, has anyone ever heard of using a smaller needle because pearl takes more yarn? The stitch is the same. It's just on the back. So why? Oh, when you're switching from a knit. So in ribbing. Interesting. Cindy said no to both guild and yarn bombing. Got it. Hello, Marina. Vivian said, didn't we nationally vote for no time change? Whatever happened to that, I don't know. I don't get it. I really don't get it. I don't understand the point, but that doesn't mean it doesn't have a real point. Elizabeth said, I got my new Ashford e-spinner on Friday, but I haven't gotten to play with it yet. How can you stand it? I love my EEW6, but wanted the larger 8-ounce capacity, and my classic Carter will be... Holy cow, Elizabeth! Rock said, the pearl stitch takes More yarn when you're switching from a knit to a purl, similar to how different yarn overs take different amounts of yarn. Interesting. Hello, KB. Jennifer said, we're the nicest thing about referring to your yarn as a collection. I do think of it that way, where you are the curator in an effort to be kinder to yourself about your collection. Rock said, using a smaller needle might help if your purl gauge is looser. Erica said, oh yeah, I got my sock book, going to cast on socks this afternoon, so looking forward. I'm doing a sweater quantity for a lady and doing, wow, 24 ounces, hope it's enough. That's a lot going on, Erica. Michaela said, oh, that's why we are still doing daylight saving in Oregon. I could have sworn we voted this out last year. Boo. Oh, Craft Design said, when I knit Portuguese, I actually knit combination. I use the Portuguese purl and then grab the yarn with my index finger and put it in the bag. Maybe I can try that, as I do like the Portuguese purl. Cindy said, I use Portuguese for stranded color work. Do it inside out. Works great. One pin for each color. That's interesting. I always do it inside out. KB said, Ohio is usually up to vote on time change. I can read, I swear. Stephanie said, Trish, are you spinning on a sparrow? It's a sparrow, yeah. Do you like how uneven my bobbin is? This is how I do things. I'm sorry. I probably should move my... I see all those people with their perfect bobbins, and I'm like, oh, that'll never be me. Dee said, Terry, California voted for the time not to change. I think it has something to do with Washington, D.C. Hello, Arini. Jennifer said, I did a deep dive on what tanked the vote against the daylight saving time, and it basically comes down to money. If it's lighter later, the politicians think we'll spend more money. Okay. Cindy said, my stash is my retirement fund. There you go. Vivian said, I have the 52 sock book, but haven't started it yet. I just need to go for it. We're starting the second sock on Friday. Well, I am. I don't want to speak for anybody else. Dee said, I use my Eastern Asian purl. My knit and purl are now the same gauge. I don't think I know that one, Dee. Maybe I need to look it up. Anne said, Elizabeth, you will love your classic Carter. I've been making bats on mine this week. It's a pleasure. Well, and Elizabeth just got a couple pounds of mill ends. So as soon as you get that Carter open, you're like set. Craft Design said, I think I have a video where I show that. It would be one of the double knitted brioche videos. The Eastern or Asian one? Chris said, when you knit inside out, do you switch the knit stitch? No, I do not. I'm going to do a whole video on this, Chris, and it's going to be like this week. I don't know if it's going to be a short. Probably not, because so many of you had questions about it. So I am going to do that this week. I just need to set up a sample so that I can show and talk about it. Hello, Teresa. Elizabeth said, I saw in your fleece video that you added a level. I know. I did a full review. That'll be coming out sometime soon, Elizabeth. But I didn't want to wait for the review because that was my first spinning on it. But I did a review. I put it like together, and I just want a little more time on it before I give it a full review. Teresa said, my bobbins are never super pretty either. Have you seen them though, Teresa, where they're like just perfect, and it's just never going to be me. I admire it. I just know it's not me. Stephanie said, I love my sparrow and now want the starling for the bigger bobbin. The starling is pretty awesome, Stephanie. But I have so many wheels. I kind of feel like it's hard to justify. It's beyond hard to justify. Tracy said, yes, Cindy, me too. Rock said, Eastern purling is purling clockwise, so the stitch mount. Oh, I do know what that is. So then when you get to it knitting, like if it's, what do you call it? If it's stockinette, you've got to knit like into the front of into the back of the stitch or something. I think that's how my mom does it. Teresa said, I think I need a new card or two with finer teeth for processing alpaca. I've been thinking about selling my Strouch Finest. Don't tell anybody. It's just us. I've been thinking about selling it because I just don't use it very often. Oh, okay. Okay. Chris said, yay, thank you. I do not change the way I knit though, Chris. I actually just knit along the back of the needle, but I'll explain the whole thing in that little video. June said, going to order the book today so I can feel like part of the... Oh, you are part of the tribe if you are not doing the knit along. I just want everybody to know. I don't want people to feel left out. I hate that. Have a pair of socks down to the heels making stripes from leftovers. Elizabeth said that was the plan, ladies. I figured. Crystal said perfection is overrated, and I feel it isn't the truth. I 100% agree with you, Crystal. Like 2 months ago, my therapist was like, you literally can't stand things that are fake. And I was like, no way. What? You're so perceptive. It's true. Rock said my bobbins are perfect because I use a woolly winder. Yes. It does make beautiful bobbins, doesn't it? Gemma said I'm currently designing a new electric wheel. In everybody's opinion, what is the best bobbin size? Chris said, haven't yet another question about fleece. Shetland, is it only available from the islands? No, you can get it in the U.S. Cindy said, I think that's combination knitting, maybe. The Eastern purling with knitting, I'm not sure. Cindy said, hi, this is my first time here. Welcome. Trish, you have helped me in so much in so many ways. Thanks. You're welcome. Crystal said, guys, you don't need the book to knit socks with the group. It's totally true. KB said, I have the 52 weeks of sock book, but only plan to make the morning coffee pair. Wow. So you bought that book for just one pair? Stephanie said, that's why I want to sell my Nano too. I just need to put it up. It's cute and works great, but with the 2-ounce bobbins, it takes too long. KB said, already have... Oh, I'm sure I've been through that many at least. I'm not going to keep them all. I'll give them away. I'll keep some, though, probably. Elizabeth said, Gemma, the bigger the better. 6 to 8 ounces seems fantastic. For me, I agree. I like them bigger, but the bobbins, I mean... Good thing Carrie's not here. She'd get me on that. And Deb. Vivian said, I got a hand-me-down Frick Carter, but need to change the cloth and get a new slicker drum. It isn't the original slicker drum. Oh, really? Expensive fix, but I will need it this spring. I have a lot of merino soon. That's exciting, though. Jennifer said, Trish, I think your genuine nature is one of the things that really have made this group thrive. No fakos here. Hey, they always out themselves. It's the truth. I can tell I'm just changing as a person. Because also, for the first years, I would never hide anyone from the channel or whatever because I felt bad. And now, I swear if you look at me sideways, I'll be like, boop. Sorry. Teresa said, I also hate things that are fake. It's literally a trigger for me. Yeah, I understand that. Emily said, I've figured out how to wash fleeces. My Fibre craft has blown up. I'm having such a good time. Thank you for helping me, Trish and all. You're welcome, Emily. I'm so happy that you are having fun. Elizabeth, what? Oh, really? I don't like fake things? Nope. I'd rather have it be ugly and real than beautiful and fake. Hello, Rania. She said, hello, all. Here's what happened the other day. My friend has sheep and I got 2 raw fleeces for free. Dirty, but I don't mind. I feel that way. Like, it doesn't matter if they're dirty, you know? So congrats. Sounds like a good day. Jennifer said, I may not be everyone's flavor 100% of the time, but at least I'm real, right? Hello, Elsbeth and Maritza. Jennifer said, I always try to be kind and considerate. I mean, you can always find something real and true to say that is kind. You know, I don't have to say everything I think either, which I don't. I promise you. Gemma said, I genuinely think the older we get, we really don't care what people think anymore. It makes us intolerant to fake. I kind of think I've always been that way. Thank you, Elizabeth. I knew you'd hear it too. She said, the bigger is better comment. I'm filling in for Carrie. Sue said, good morning from, don't you guys, I'm going to cough all this whole hour. Good morning from New Zealand. Love watching you in your YouTubes all the time and on repeat. Thanks, Sue. Welcome. Elspeth said, I thought Trish said baked things and I was giving real side eye to the screen. No, I love the baked things. I was just this week, I was saying to John, like, you know what I feel like making? I make this lemon blueberry cake that has cream cheese frosting and it is delicious. And I was thinking about it. But we don't have fresh blueberries. All we have is frozen ones from summer. Gosh, do I even have any frozen ones anymore? The frozen ones from the store don't have as much flavor. Emily said authenticity is so important and sometimes having a decent filter comes in handy. I just think it's more valuable now, authenticity, than it even was before in my life because social media has made it so rare. Chris said, more questions. Keep asking. Y'all watch on YouTube. Did anyone else that see that cool video from the Shetland Wool Week 2022 where they talked about the color box? I haven't seen that. Stephanie said, did I hear going to SAF this year? I was going to maybe go to Rhinebeck, but might need to change my plans. So I currently am planning on going to SAF. The only thing, Stephanie, that could interfere but probably won't is retreat plans. But we are currently, like John has requested vacation, like currently we are planning on SAF. And I will know very soon if retreat plans are going to interfere, but I don't think they are. Chris said, what is color box? I don't know. Anne said, I've been spinning on some ramble, but some of you guys have probably seen the video and you know. Anne said, I've been spinning on some Rambouillet this week and I'm in love. It's so easy to draft and has made spinning across the top so easy. Have you processed? Yes. A Rambouillet fleece, how does it compare? There is a video. I cannot remember exactly what the title is, and it was quite a while ago. I bought a Rambouillet fleece from Shane. I'm not sure how to pronounce it, but it's spelled Mickel. So it's like Mickle or Mikkel. And he's, I think, in Utah. And it was kind of short. The staple was kind of short. It was probably like 2 to 2.5 inches maybe. So I flicked the whole fleece and I spun it all. I'm trying to see if I can see where it is. And it is amazing. So yes, I have. I love them. I think his fleeces are really beautiful, but they're kind of dirty. But that's fine for me. You know, I don't mind it. Beth said, that sounds delicious. Erica said, oh, great. Now I want cake. No time to make cake. Yes, I will share the recipe, Elizabeth. I have it in my Pinterest board. I think things that we've tried that we liked. Because, like, I have a board for stuff I want to try. And then if we try it and we like it, I move it to the, like, favorites board. And if we try it, we don't like it, then I just delete it. Tyler said, I feel like once I hit 30 years old, I just didn't care what anyone thought of me. I just started saying how I feel. I wish I had done that, Tyler. I still find it hard. But I just, if I feel like I can't say it, I stay quiet. Elizabeth said, can't wait for SAF. However, I'm ditching it for retreat should the need arise. I don't think it's going to happen. Cindy said, I'm so excited. I got time off for Maryland Sheep and Wool. That's exciting, Cindy. I'm sure Kai's probably going to be there, right, Kai? Rania said, Trish, how much can you fit on that bobbin weight? I don't know. I have not had this wheel very long. So I haven't really, well, here, I can show you this. I haven't really, like, tested the limits, but this is 2 ounces. And there is still room. So I'm not exactly sure. But if I had a guess, I'd say I could probably go up to 3 ounces. Kai said 65 days until Maryland this year. I can't make it to SAF. Oh, that's okay, Kai. I'm kind of sad that I won't get to see you, but Aaron said Shane's fleeces are wonderful. Mine is about 3.5 nice. I got a black one from him too in my, the special closet. Heather said, hi, if I card fiber, do you have to spin woolen? You do not have to. I'm still working on my long draw technique, but I'm much faster at worsted spinning. Heather, that would just be what I call semi-woolen. If you are drafting with a worsted style, but your prep is woolen, I would call that semi-woolen, but not everybody does. So you can do whatever gives you the yarn that you like. Jennifer said, Trish, you're on, yeah. I am on Pinterest. I've been on Pinterest forever. When I saw that they finally gave a better way to save like all the stuff that you like on the internet, I mean, come on. So I'll make a board, like if I'm going to just redo something in a bathroom, I'll make a board. Just laughing about where all my free time goes. Teresa said, when and where is SAF? It's in North Carolina and it's in October. I haven't looked at the exact dates yet, but it must be up now. I just spit, sorry. See? Authenticity. I just spit while I was talking. Kai said, Heather, it really depends on how you want your yarn to turn out. Yep, it will change your yarn. KB said, SAF is in October. Yep. Jennifer said, I follow Sally's baking blog and her stuff she baked. I don't know her. Kai said you can spin a woolen prep worsted and vice versa. Absolutely. You can do anything. As long as you're getting yarn that makes you happy, the only thing is you can't really call it woolen. Just woolen. Do you know what I mean? But you can call it whatever you want to. You don't have to explain yourself to people, right? Vivian said, quick question. Volume 2 is not out yet. So it's volume 1 that we're working on. Volume 2 will be out in April. Right now it's just available for pre-order. You're welcome. Oh, okay. KB said, just looked it up. SAF information will be released in June. So last year, was it last year? I think last year it was the same weekend as Rhinebeck. And I don't know how that went for them. So I have no idea. I don't know how it went for either. Yeah, so I guess we'll have to check the dates out in June. I thought by now it would be out, but I guess not. Chris said, oh gosh, I dropped a stitch somewhere on the right sock and I have just spent 4 hours. How do you know it's the right sock? Instead of giving up. That, I admire your persistence, Chris. Stephanie said, I bought 2 ounces of Kivyet at the festival. It doesn't look dirty, but has an animal smell. Should I wash it before spinning? If so, how? Okay. I'm not an expert on this, but I have watched a lot, and that's a whole long story. And what I saw was them not washing it till after they spun it. Gosh, it's such a long story. I have spun some twice. Once it was commercially processed and once it was not. But the person washed it before they sent it to me and it was felted a lot. So I would be really careful washing it. But at the same time, you don't have to wash it in hot water because it's not going to be real greasy. So you could, just please don't do it. Oh, the dates are out. Thank you, John. Vivian said, thanks. KB Fibre said last year, October 18 to 20. Oh, okay. 2 at a time. Got it. Kai said, I always say there's no spinning police. Spinning has been around forever and there's so many different methods. There's no one right way. And I mean, we're so lucky. I think that we have so many resources of different preps, different drafting, so that you can make exactly the yarn you want. you know, use all those different techniques and things to make it the way that you want it to be. Stephanie said, thank you. Dark Tower Designs, that's John, said SAF 2024, October. Are you sure that's not 2023, babe? Yes, I was telling Kai that I showed the kilt to John while we were out somewhere. And he was like, is that Kai's kilt? Elizabeth said, I have a Teeswater Coopworth BFL fleece that I did 2 washes and 3 rinses back in the fall, and the tips still seem glued together from the lanolin. Should I try to open them and wash them again? I would try to open them and see if the lanolin just falls out or if it's still sticky. Do you know what I mean? Elizabeth said, hi, John. Alice said, hi, all. Sorry I'm late. It's okay. Ooh, had serious hot sauce tasting shopping to do. Did you find anything great? Okay, he said the link shows 2024. I don't know. You guys, I don't know. I guess we're going to have to wait and see. KB Fibre says it does say 2024, but at the top in red says coming in June. Well, is that the right? I'm not going to look it up, but is that like a weekend dates? 18 to 20? John said, hey, everybody, give that lovely lady the thumb. That sounds weird. Doesn't it? Oh, babe. Crystal said, you guys, I have to make the laptop and printer be friends so I can print charts, Crystal. Me and printers, I don't understand it, but they just hate me. Alice said 4 flavors and some dry rub. Wow. Jackpot is right. Elizabeth said Dark Tower, that's better than give you the finger. I'm sure you would be the only people to do that. Wait, I think I need to move my... Would not be the first. Okay. Friday, Saturday, Sunday, that must be it. Okay, so the dates are there. Maybe they're going to give more info about everything else. Anyway, we're hoping to stay there. Crystal said, I have found the newer the printer, the bigger the pain in the tush to get it to play nice with the computers. What the trouble that I'm having right now is that ever since we got a new router, my printer does not like it and doesn't want to work wirelessly with the new router, and it is so, oh my gosh, it's so annoying. Crafty Owl said it's not just you, Trish. Printers are definitely the worst. Even those of us in IT dread dealing with them. I'm literally at the point where I just come and hook myself up to the hard wire because I cannot figure it out. And I'm usually so okay with like Googling it and finding the printer and figuring it out, but I just can't figure it out. We spent so much time trying to figure it out. Teresa said the Facebook page shows the same date, so that's got to be them. Craft Design said, I have a very long story about the printer my IT engineer husband talked me into and just how much it hates me. I have an Epson Echo Tank, an older one. And I will tell you that I love it because no cartridges and you can just fill up the tanks with ink. And as long as you don't wait too long to use it, like, and let it gum up, it is such a good printer, but I cannot figure out how to make it work with our new router. It is, and I know not printing wirelessly is really not that big of a deal, but like I can't print from my phone. I used to print from my phone and I can't. Elizabeth said, I bet June is when they release the final. That's what I'm thinking, the vendor list and maybe like the camping information. Maybe you can't book your campsites and stuff yet. Kai said, I swear printers be telling you that you can't print because there's no yellow when you're literally printing in black and white. I know. It is a racket, Kai. They just want to make you buy that ink. Oh my gosh, Elizabeth. So you feel my pain. Elizabeth said my printer refuses to recognize the new Wi-Fi when I moved a year ago, and the hardwire says my printer is too old for my computer to talk to, even though they are only a year apart. That's how the kind of stuff that I can tell you would happen to me. Crafty Owl said, I'm certain that after I die, I'll wind up in hell working help desk and doing nothing but debugging printers for all eternity. That would be hell. Dante didn't know about that circle of hell with the printers. Angry Tree said maybe it wants a 2G, so like have a home 5G and a home 2G Wi-Fi running and put the printer on the 2G. But does that mean, Angry Trees, does that mean that like if I want to print from my phone, I have to be hooked up to that same band or whatever you call it? You know what I mean? Because we do have two bands right now. We have I think a 4G and a 5G. That could be wrong. So we have like a guest one that's a little slower. Crystal said I'd attempt to print from my phone, but everything is on the computers. Isn't it so funny? Anne said I struggled forever with 2 different Epsons, bought an HP, and haven't had a problem since. And I have had so many HP problems. Finally, I was like, forget it. No more HPs for me. But that was years ago now. I've had the Epson for... Gosh, did I have it before we moved here? That can't be. Did I? I might. Okay, bye, Kai. Kai said he's got to go. SAF doesn't publish classes or vendors until June. Okay, that's it, Anne. Thank you. Sarah said, in lieu of buying ink, a month ago I pulled out my old typewriter processor from the 90s to write a letter. It worked great. That sounds kind of fun. I loved that stuff. I love that you kept it, Sarah. Angry Trees said you'd go to the... Yes, okay. So I'd have to have my phone... Okay, so maybe... what we're trying to hook it up to is too like fast, too much data at once. Is that what you're trying to say? My brain is trying to understand. Crystal said have a good one. Kai. Elizabeth said, Anne, I have an HP. Eileen, we are pardon me. I worked out this morning and everything's like all loosened up. But yes, we changed time today, and Elizabeth brought it up last week so that like people that were here were notified. I should have put it on the Facebook group. I am sorry. I was thinking it that way. That we had talked about it. I guess I didn't. I'm sorry. I should have done that. Sarah said my 93-year-old grandmother kept it. That is awesome. My mom, when she moved out of her old house, I sold I'm afraid to tell you guys this, but I sold a laptop for her that took D batteries. I think it took 4 D batteries. It was that old. It was like in its own little suitcase. It was giant. John said the printer is on the slow one. Oh yeah, he can print from his phone. That's right. I forgot about that. John can print from his phone and I can't. I've tried removing it and like the printer and removing the app that works with it and reloading it. That didn't work. So Eileen said, don't worry. Glad I caught you all. I'm glad you did too. We missed you last week, Eileen. I hope you were doing something fun. Irene said I will be in Germany in April. Does anybody know where I could find out if there is any Fibre Festival? Elizabeth said maybe the printer only likes Sky. It doesn't like me anymore. It used to like me. I don't know. Maybe I have to upgrade. It works so great otherwise, is the part of the problem. And I can't hook it up hardwired to the phone. Can I? I don't think I can. Ooh, I'm getting close. Okay. That's all I got. I don't think I can. Because my phone doesn't have any ports except the charging port. Everything's wireless. Elsbeth said, yeah, I kick it old school and hardwire everything so I can avoid issues. It's fine. I think I'm just being a big baby. It's interesting because I do like technological advances when they make our lives better, and sometimes we get so used to them and it's like, I lived my whole life without it. It's not that big of a deal if I have to go back to living without it, right? Hello, Mary Beth. Crafty House at Elsbeth, this is the way. Yeah, it kind of does, Chris. She said that wool looks like a koi pond. Eileen said, uh-oh, wasn't feeling very social last week. Oh, so you weren't doing something fun. That's too bad. Maybe just end of winter tired, but all is good. We were just talking about that this morning because we got a little snow. And it would not be weird for us to have like feet of snow this time of year, but I was still bummed out to see it. And I'm thinking like it's just getting long into the winter, you know? Yes, Crystal said the charging port and cable is the data. Yes, yeah, I'm sorry. I can transfer data as well, but I don't have the right kind of cable to go to my printer. Angry Tree said, I think I print from my phone with the... I'll try that one. The app that I'm using right now is the Epson Print Enabler, which is the one I could use before we changed the router. And my computer will not hook to it wirelessly at all anymore. So I'm sure that it's some issue with that. I just have to use the hardwire, though. It's fine. Chris said, do you have a plan for the yarn? No, I don't. I have no idea. But I'm kind of excited to see it all done and start plying and everything. I really like how it's turning out. Hello, Jet and Dara. Craft Design said phone printer software won't hardwire. The software itself is Wi-Fi only. That does make sense. Anne said the winter was mild but has been very gray. I need some sun. We had some good good weather, sunny weather in like the end of February, beginning of March. So it has been like we have had some good sun here, but whatever. I just got spoiled, I guess. Elizabeth said, are you just doing the one braid? Yes. I might regret that, Elizabeth. If I did one more braid, I could weave with it and make like a whole big... Okay, maybe I am doing another braid. Jet said, can't wait till the Daedalus folks are up and running again because I'd love to get on the list for a Starling. That's what you have, right? It is a Starling. I bought it used. Rock said, does your router have a limit for the number of devices that can be connected? I don't think so. But like I said, we have the 2 channels or bands or whatever you call them. And most of our stuff is hooked up to the other one. Like our TVs. I'm not sure about that, Rox. That was part of the problem too, because we bought a router. I can't remember the brand, but there's not as much out there for it as there is for some of the more like well-known brands like Linksys. You know, you can find everything on that. Evie said, I know I had issues like that, and it was because I turned off the trust certificate. We fixed that. So that was okay. Evie, thank you. That's one we did do. Stephanie said, have you tried? Yes, I did try. I deleted the app and like disconnected and tried it again. It didn't. I think it worked once. Chris said the weather down south is full on spring. The feed store was teeming with people and vegetable trays. You luckies! That nice weather really did make me want to plant some stuff. Of course you can't. Elizabeth said, so glad I could help. You did inspire me, Elizabeth, for real. Boy, that is so tempting because I saw somebody who recently just wove some hand spun into a big wrap. Oh, it is very tempting. Okay. Angry Tree said, Starling looks nice. Is it quieter? I guess I'll have to try them. I'm trying to think if it's actually... It might be a hair quieter, but not a ton. Elsbeth said, do you and John have the same brand phone? No, we do not. I bought a fancier phone this last time because I use my phone so much more for pictures for this. And gosh, I can't even remember what brand phone he has. I have a Samsung. Cindy said I had similar issues and had to resort to the button on the router to direct connect. We tried that too and haven't been able to do that. The problem was having to enter the password within a time limit after pressing the button. Yeah, we haven't gotten it. We have tried that though, Cindy, because my printer will let you direct connect, and I kept trying. I don't know. Emily said, must say goodbye. Gotta go pick up my kid at a friend's house. Bye, Emily. Have a great week. You too. Eileen said, oh, I'm jealous. Chris, yesterday was okay. Today I never got properly light. Oh, it was raining all day. Good day to sit in bed and knit all day. Jet said I have an EW6 and I'll bet it's quieter, but mostly I'll bet it's smoother. Jet, I'm wondering if something's wrong with your EEW6 because I don't think mine is much less smooth than the Sparrow. Elsbeth said your phone might need a driver upgrade, update, adjustment, or a driver update for your printer to allow Samsung to correct. So I have to go through the Epson Direct. It's called the Epson Print Enabler. It's an app on my phone. So I removed everything and re-downloaded it. So I got the newest version and it worked one time. I can't figure it out. Chris said, Eileen, we got snookered last year with a late hard freeze and lost our entire year of fruits, everything. There are so many farmers here that are worried about that right now. And I mean, we live in apple country. And so, and other things too, like cherries. So people are nervous. Uh-oh, Mary Beth had sound issues. But yeah, they're worried about it because we have budding everywhere, which is uncommon this early. I did update the firmware, but I don't know. I don't think that's the same, is it? I don't even think my printer stores its own driver. Doesn't the driver, isn't it from all the different devices? Anne said my phone worked with the Epson until they didn't. Epson even replaced the printer. I need the printer for work and got super frustrated. HP from Costco for the win. Super easy to set up. I mean, they are. Yep. Here too, Aaron. Aaron said everything is budding like crazy. We were walking through the woods earlier in the week and every little shrub had buds on it. I was like, this is crazy. Teresa said, I would say my Daedalus is a bit quieter. The 6 is pretty quiet though. So from that standpoint, the Daedalus is not a game changer. I think it might be a little quieter. But it's not a lot quieter. Like I can hear it right now. Crafty Owl said, yeah, no, I tried that too. I can't believe it. I can't figure it out. I mean, we've been in the router settings trying to see if it's like a security situation. Whatever. It's fine. Right? Chris said the bees are out there working on all the flowers and the Florida peach trees are loaded. Ain't going nowhere in May just in case the tree holds all the fruit. I hope it does, Chris. Yay, Mary Beth said all better. I wonder what happened. Okay, tulip trees. Is that a type of magnolia? Oh, wow. Aaron said my tulips are blooming a month early. Jet said, is it easier to change the bobbins on the Daedalus? Because for my EE6, it's not. Tears up my hands. I do not think it's easier. Jennifer said it is easier. Maybe she's talking about something else. Okay, so the drivers on the devices. Hello, Kiera. And the firmware's on the printer. So Crazy said, well, so much for spinning along the leather to, oh no. What a bummer. Chris said, is Epson, I did not try them, Chris. I figured they would just say it's older. It is an older printer. Anne said if your phone is newer and your printer is old, it might be. I cannot remember how old this printer is. I can't remember if I bought it here or if I got it before we moved here. I suppose I could go back in my receipts because it was for work. Jennifer, is that funny or is it real? Angry Tree said I'll have to upgrade eventually because I genuinely dislike the noise that my electric eel wheel makes. Mine does not make much noise, Angry Trees. I'm not sure. I mean, I don't want to say to you that something's wrong because I don't know that, but like mine doesn't make that much noise. It's pretty quiet. Anne said a tulip okay. A tulip tree is a saucer magnolia. Okay. Chris said, this is why we always need... I don't think so, Chris. Not at our house. I'm usually the one. Jennifer says it's real. We found out yesterday that my husband's boss argued with me that our tree was a magnolia. And I said, no, it's a tulip tree. We looked it up and it's literally a tulip magnolia. Okay. I love magnolia trees. I grew up with one and I love it. Mary Beth said hearing aids still... Oh. John has those too, Mary Beth, and he likes them a lot. The only thing he doesn't like is that his are rechargeable and they don't take batteries and they don't last all day sometimes. Teresa said, angry, I never used my 6 after I got my Daedalus. I like everything about my Daedalus over the... Wow. I'm still using my 6. I'm still using them all. I got a project on the Kromsky right now, the Minstrel. And it's literally my cooking dinner project. So like if stuff's in the oven, I sit down and just spin on it for as long as the oven's going. That's pretty weird. The yarn's going to smell delicious, like every delicious thing I made for the last month. Or gross. Jet said, I still got to try the minstrel suggestions you gave to make lace weight on it. You should try it, Jet. You'll love it. 70 said, I love my 6 and my sparrow. I apply on the 6. Mari said, Trish, what makes you decide to use the Daedalus or the EW6? Well, I have a project on my 6 right now that I just don't feel like spinning on, but it isn't because of the wheel. And, but I also don't really like to interrupt a project to use the same wheel. Do you know what I mean? So really it's more Well, the sparrow's newer, so I've been trying some stuff on it. I don't know. I like them both, honestly. Mary Beth said sometimes it's the bobbin. Try a different bobbin. That would be for the noise on the eel. Jet said the lowest whirl setting on the minstrel right for lace. I would try the smallest whirl. Mary Beth said, love, never had that issue. Oh, I don't know what that means. Sue said the tulip tree, I'm not even going to try to say that, Liriodendron. Tulip tree, I had one that I nurtured for 20 years, and in the end, every spring there were huge flowers all over it. They were thick petals and seemed to be somehow like pine cones. Interesting. I grew up with really pretty ones, but I don't think it was that variety. Jennifer said, really pretty magnolias, I mean, but I don't think it was that variety. Jennifer said, yay, got my granny square done. Yay. I really love doing them. It reminds me of making snowflakes out of typing paper. I can see that. I never know what they're going to look like till the end. Eileen said there's also a tulip tree called, oh gosh, why are you guys doing this to me? Not a magnolia. As far as I know, the flowers are all orangey green. You have to really pay attention to see them. I love those trees. I don't know those. Chris said we have a weird Wi-Fi setup. There are 2 routers. Wow, with different access codes. The printer is on one, and every time I need to use it, regardless which device, I have to make sure yes. Eileen said nothing like the show of light and bright flowers I love them. Stephanie said, aren't they pink, light, and dark colors? You mean the flowers? Mary Beth said I have an Excelsior by Heavenly Hand Spinner and a Majestic. I don't know those. Oh, Becky said, Eileen, that sounds like a tulip poplar. I have a huge one in my backyard. That's interesting. I didn't even know there was such a thing. Elizabeth said I had a magnolia tree in my backyard growing up. I miss it so much. I used to use it to sneak out of the house. I hope my mom's not listening. Because you could sneak out my window, go across the roof of the garage, and climb down the magnolia tree. So I used to use it to sneak out of the house. Laura said I'm trying to, not that I think anyone should do that. Don't do that, people. Laura said I'm trying to get through a sweater spin on my Hanson so I can clear it off and start some smaller spins. First pound is spun. Awesome. Sue said they're more related. Hello, Becky. More related to rhododendron. Oh, I got it, Mary Beth. Okay. Got it. Jet said, did you make a video on what you do to make lace on the minstrel? I'm not seeing it. I did not do a specific video on the minstrel, no. We just talked about it, I think, in a Q&A. Eileen said the tulip trees here flower in June, though, not early spring like the magnolias. Sue said, I think they are all the same, but aren't magnolias at all. I don't know. Oh my gosh, already, Becky? Holy cow. Hello, Amanda. Yes, some of them have white, just pure white flowers. My magnolia was the pure white flowers. I used to climb it and did fall out of it too, but it was too far from the house to be able to sneak out. Ours had the white with like the purple kind of at the base. Oh, speaking of which, you guys, remember I told you guys I got an orchid for Mother's Day last year, and I have gotten it to bloom shockingly and survive this whole year, and one of the flowers just opened. And I'm ridiculously proud of myself. Craft Design said, now we know what kind of, Craft Design, I was in a troubled home and I was a brat. Becky said there is a tulip poplar at Mount Vernon that was planted before George Washington died that was still alive and thriving. Really? When I was there a few years ago. I'm so surprised that they can live so long. Jill said we planted an Emerald City tulip tree last June. It has yellow leaving in the spring that looks like tulips, and the leaves are striking. That sounds really pretty. This tree gets 50 to 60 feet high. Wow. Alice, I don't like the smell. She said, am I the only person who thinks magnolias stink? I don't like that smell. Sorry. I agree with you. Teresa said, I feel like I'm in the bleeping Arctic. No buds here, but it has been getting a lot warmer out now. Snow is melting. Yay. Really, Mary Beth? Exciting. She said, Majestic is new by level wine system. Sue said, Jill sounds beautiful. We moved away from... Oh. Yes, orchid. Oh, the orchid. Yeah, yeah. Oh my gosh. And I'm gonna try to propagate the stem after like the blooming is all done, but it's still putting out more at the end of the stalk where there's going to be flowers. So I'm just proud of myself. It's ridiculous, really. You're welcome, Alice. Amanda said, congratulations on your orchid. What color is it? It's mostly white with some like dark purple spots on the outer part that opens up. See, Becky doesn't like them either. I don't know what that smells like, Erin. I think my mom had one, but I have no idea. Craft Design said, I am in the Arctic. We don't even consider it spring for almost 2 months yet. You would not consider it spring here. We're having like a fake spring. Elizabeth said, Erin, I agree. I don't like them either, Amanda. She said, I think geraniums stink. I don't like that smell. Irini said, you should be proud. I never got any orchid to bloom again. I think it's my window, Irini. I think I have the perfect amount of light. Oh, Jenny. Sue said, sounds interesting. Thank you. Sounds interesting, Trish. Good luck on the new starts. I appreciate it. It's going to be months before I cut that off, that stalk. Jennifer said, might be missing lives for a while. Been in a leave of absence at my retail job. Have to go back next Sunday. We'll miss you guys. We'll miss you. Really? Elizabeth said, Bradford pear trees smell like fish. I did not know that. Yes, Alice said geraniums aren't exciting, but they aren't as strong, so I don't hate them. June said, when I grew up, there's still a magnolia. Wow, magnolia. I didn't realize they live so long. Becky said, orchids need a certain amount of benign neglect. My former husband can keep orchids alive, but not much else. He mostly ignores it. I have been joking that it seems to thrive on neglect. You cannot overwater them. I'm learning. Alice, I haven't either. She said, I've never smelled a Bradford pear. Sue said, I have red geranium blooming in the dining bay window now, getting ready for cloning. I like them. I just don't like the smell. Craft Design said, I grew up in Michigan in spring. There is a good month earlier than here. We don't even think of planting any. Wow. Wow. Yeah, I will not plant until Mother's Day. Mosquitoes don't like. I might this year, though, because you guys have told me about that milk jug thing. So I might plant a little early. Chris said, mosquitoes don't like geraniums either. That's why you sometimes use them in window boxes. I should do that. Teresa wants to know where in the Arctic. Jet said, do you have an email? I have a couple. Yes, I have an email. fibrelovediary@gmail.com. No spaces, no punctuation. Really? Aaron said, my neighbor used to joke that it smelled like rotten meat. Elizabeth said, my old apartment complex was full of Bradford pear trees. The whole place stinks of fish in summer. That sounds awful. Ugh. Amanda said, did you know the vanilla bean comes from an orchid? I did not. I think it takes 5 years for them to fruit. Holy cow. No wonder vanilla is so expensive. Yes, Becky said mosquitoes don't like marigolds either. But you know what loves marigolds? Earwigs. I know they don't live everywhere, but they are like, maybe you guys don't have them, but they are always in my marigolds when I cut marigolds, and it's so gross. Craft Design said, I live outside Anchorage. Alice said, wow, they smell like fish. That would be scary. Not really Arctic, but close enough. I know, Tracy, it did last. It bloomed for months. I don't even know how long. But I was extremely careful to neglect it on purpose because my tendency is to hover. Alice said, all this time I thought it was the river in Titusville, Florida. Maybe they're just swimming in Bradford pears. Becky said Bradfords are awful, invasive, thorns, stinky, and almost impossible to kill. Wow. What a mistake, huh? Planting them all over an apartment complex. Ugh. Okay, it's after 3. I appreciate you guys. Thank you for hanging out. This week there will be a Tuesday video, and then I'm going to make bats on Friday. So just telling you, live, I'm going to make bats. Hope you guys are able to make it. And I hope you guys have a great week. Well, Chris, I did, but I killed it. We don't talk about Lorenzo. Eileen, this is, for us, it's the same time because our time changed. So yes. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. It's always 2 o'clock Detroit time, even though I'm nowhere near Detroit. Love you, Alice. Thank you, Becky. You guys are awesome. Have a great week. I love you. Bye.